Hi, I'm Shannon Higgins, a core member of the Humanode project. In this episode of Humanode in Simple Terms, I'd like to go over a topic that can be considered one of the cores of the Humanode project, Crypto-Biometrics. As you all know by now, one of the main goals of Humanode is to enable a consensus mechanism based on one human equals one node equals one vote, which in turn is based on auditable pseudonymous biometric identification, while ensuring total privacy. So, how do we ensure the privacy of the information while maintaining the usability of the information for search and matching operations for user identification and verifications? The answer is advanced crypto-biometrics. And no, as you expected, I will not go into too many technical details in this video. But I do hope to give you a glimpse of the magic behind the curtain. Before we dive too deeply into today's topic, I would like to take a little time to go over cryptography. In simple terms, cryptography is a way to modify information or encrypt the information to keep it private, so that only a party with the right key has the rights and ability to decode it. And trust me, cryptography is one of the oldest arts around. How old do you say? Well, consider the fact that the first known evidence of the use of cryptography was found in an inscription carved around 1900 BC in the main chamber of the tomb of the nobleman Amenhotep II in Egypt. It is suspected that cryptography in some form has existed since mankind invented how to write things down. Protecting information and secrets is one of the fundamental desires that anyone can have, especially when it involves love, war, trade, and finance. Even Julius Caesar was known to send encrypted messages to his generals posted in the warfront back in 100 BC. In more recent history, the enigma used by the German forces during World War II was a major factor in their earlier success. On the other hand, on the other side of the world, because of their ability to decode messages, the Alliance shined, while the Japanese suffered greatly in Midway due to having inferior encryption technology. But enough of that for now. Basically, whether you use the Caesar cipher, the enigma, or modern cryptography that exists at the intersection of the disciplines of mathematics, computer science, electrical engineering, communication science, and physics, the goal is the same. Hide the information from prying eyes, and only allow those you want to give access to the ability to see that information. So, let us go back to the main topic, crypto-biometrics and what it is all about. Well, as you can guess, it has something to do with cryptography and biometrics. As you all know, blockchain-based cryptocurrencies rely on the cryptographic methods to maintain security and fidelity, thus putting the crypto in the name. So, as you have guessed, in a nutshell, crypto-biometrics refers to a method of relying on cryptographic methods to maintain the security and privacy of the biometric information. However, what is important to remember here is that crypto-biometrics involves more than just trying to keep the information private from prying eyes and malicious actors. Remember, the auditable pseudonymous biometric identification is the key that will initially be used to access and utilize the Humanode decentralized financial platform and to manage and verify decentralized ledgers. In simple terms, this ID will not only allow you access to your account and tokens, it allows you to create a node to become a human node, which in turn gives you partial ownerships of the Humanode network, the rights to equally receive rewards from transactions and value created in the network, and it gives you your voice and the key to your vote in governance. It is also your stake in the process and the shield and protection against civil attacks towards a network. In the future, your biometric ID may be used as your identification for various online services, and perhaps further in the future, if the system fully matures and flourishes, Some countries may even choose to use it for access to social services and/or for national voting systems. In the light of this, Crypto-Biometrics not only needs to incorporate the aspects of absolute privacy and information security, but also civil defense and rock-solid cybersecurity. Cryptography is an essential key in the process, but at the same time, it is only a small part of the total package of information security involved here. Oh, and to make the stakes even higher, we fully intend to do this in a fully decentralized fashion. How we accomplish this gets way too technical and is mind-boggling even for me. But I can say a few things to ease your curiosity. The key requirements are as follows. 1. We need to be able to see if a person is indeed a living person that is not already registered to the system. And if he or she is, be able to verify that he or she is indeed who they say they are, and that we're not dealing with a photo, mask, video stream, deepfake, or other means of trying to maliciously access the account. Meaning, we need liveness detection technology and equally strong search and matching technology. 2. We need to be able to protect the identity of the registered biometrics, and no matter what, prevent third parties from being able to access and exploit them. 3. We need to make sure that there are no backdoors to access the system. 4. We need to make sure that the system is resilient against even national-level strategic cyber attacks. Although it is not an easy order, the key of it all lies in how we protect the identities. Because, to be totally honest, mathematically speaking, no matter how astronomically low the chance is, there always is a chance that a system or network can be hacked. So let's focus a bit on the biometric identity side of things today. How do we protect the data? Naturally, cryptography plays a big part in it, through advanced cryptographic techniques like zero-knowledge proof and homomorphic encryption. Say you are a new user and want to register a node. Once you can prove that you are an unregistered live human being through liveness detection technologies, the 3D face mapping vector of the neural network will be converted to numerical values and will be homomorphically encrypted. Then the private and the public key gets created, and you are able to create a node. Once you become a node, your identity is sent to all the nodes in the network, which will in turn store the encrypted feature vector. This feature vector will be used for the one-to-n matching process for when you want to log in again. Oh, and what is cool is the one-to-n matching process not only happens in a totally secure encrypted space, but the data is homomorphically encrypted, meaning that users can perform computation on its encrypted data without decrypting, and because it's zero-knowledge proof, the only information that is released during this search and match is if this person is a registered user or not, without divulging any other information. And furthermore, the biometric image of the video and the feature vector that has been extracted from the neural network never leaves the node of the user. So the user is always in control of his or her private data. Basically, this means that although it is still mathematically possible to try to crack open the information, even with the greatest computers in the world, it would take tens of thousands of years to do so. Naturally, elements of cybersecurity and other information security technologies are also applied to the system. So in a nutshell, although some of this is still work in progress, we are confident that we are building one of the most secure decentralized biometric identity systems available to mankind. So going over what we talked about again, Crypto-Biometrics is a combination of cryptography, liveness detection, zero-knowledge proof, homomorphic encryption, blockchain technology, information security, cybersecurity, and civil defense. We firmly believe that with the world's first auditable pseudonymous biometric identity layer, we will ensure privacy, and it will be the key to solving the various issues that stop the current implementation of a majority of cryptocurrency and blockchain networks in operation today. We also firmly believe that it is our mission to create this system and become equal co-owners of the system along with every single user or human node in the system. Biometric identification is the most private of private information, and if you're like me, you probably wouldn't trust a mega tech giant with this information, even if your life depended on it. Thank you for watching this episode of Humanode in simple terms, and hope to see you next time too. Ta-ta for now.